Okay. So today we are going to talk about actually I will be doing a storytelling, whereas we are going to talk about sexuality. Okay? So when you look at the picture, what do you see on the picture? Anyone? What? Yeah, that's correct, Malana. There in the picture, there is a girl. Yeah, there is a house, correct? Yeah, and the girl looks sad. Actually, it seems like she's sad, or maybe something has happened. Okay? So, my learners, today we will be talking about a story, whereas the title of the story is called Sexual Abuse. Okay? Yes, so I will read a story for you guys, and then you will tell me what do you think of the story, or whereas you're going to ask, I will ask questions, and then you will tell me what do you think of the story, or what's happening with the story. Okay? So, the title of the story is called Sexual Abuse. So, when we read the story, this is how it goes. Lerato's story. When someone listens to you and make you feel special, how can you suspect that they have something in mind? Okay? So, actually, when we look at and then again we will proceed, Melanas will proceed, and then when I talking about Lerato. So when Lerato felt lonely, her uncle Sia was there for her. Lerato couldn't talk to her parents, but she was free to talk with her uncle. When Lerato felt worthless, her uncle made her feel unappreciated. Her uncle understood her, and so she couldn't see. So actually, there you can see Lerato sitting with her uncle on the table, but her uncle looks at her like there's something that is thinking. So Lerato was always babysitting her nephews, her uncle's two children. So before we can proceed, what do you see on the picture? There, the same picture. Correct, Malana. And then what is it that you see beside children?
Lerato.
Correct, Malana. So actually there, when we look at the picture, there's Lerato and her two nephews, and those children are me. And then on top there's Lerato and her uncle. She was babysitting her nephews, uncle, two children during the week. Her being in the house felt like actually she was. She was on vacation. Her uncle Sia was her best friend. Best friend. When they say best friend, meaning they are close. Again? Yes. One day her uncle asked Lerato to go with him for a drive. He always took out Lerato for a drive so that Lerato can be free and talk to her about school stress or her issues with her friends or her fights with her family. He knew how to make Lerato laugh. Besides the babysitting money she gets from her uncle, sometimes Lerato will receive gifts from her uncle. So in the picture, what do you see, my neighbors? In the picture there. Yes, there is Lerato. There is her uncle there, and her uncle is in the car, and then there is a house. Okay? Every time when Lerato was playing with the children, she is babysitting. So she will actually she's a babysitter for her uncles. She will come to her. He will come to her and compliment her boy. It's weird, right? But that made Lerato to be more confident in herself. So basically, he was complimenting her each and every day about her body or about how she looks, okay? Which is wrong. And exactly, my man. It was weird, but that made Lerato feel more confident in herself. So Lerato told herself that it was normal to be complimented about her body, especially from someone who is close. Okay? So it means when someone in the family, or maybe your uncle, your sister, or your brother, complimenting about you wearing nice dress, clothes, that's something at least now we feel special again. Exactly, my class. Her uncle used to play with her, touching her in a way that doesn't feel totally right. But she was not sure if it was wrong, or she's not sure if it was wrong or right. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Yes. He was holding Rato's waist, beating her bumps, touching her thighs. Again, he was spanking her, you know. Yeah, and that's totally wrong. That's totally wrong, man. Yes. So in the picture you can see that he's holding her tight, and then he's what? Yeah, and at the same time she's not feeling comfortable because she's not used to being like, you can see much. Yeah. That's wrong. That is wrong, my goodness. That's wrong. Never ever allow someone to touch your body, man, without your permission, regardless if they are relative or not. Don't. So then one day when Lerato and her uncle Sia went for a drive again at night, Lerato realized that no man, her relationship with the uncle is not normal, and it's too late. Her uncle was touching her thighs while driving. I mean, her uncle asked that if they could go down the beach and have fun. Okay? Yes. And then there in the picture, my brothers, you can see that he is what? He is touching her thighs. Whereas that's not correct. Allow someone to touch your thighs. They are relative or not. It may be your uncle, don't. Then I replied to her uncle and said that her mother is expecting her home now. So meaning she was trying to escape because she did not understand what was happening in that time. So then her uncle said that they won't take long while busy touching her thighs. Again. So Lerato said that her mother will yell at her, and she doesn't want to fight with her mom. Again, because she will arrive home late. And then her uncle then drove back. When Lerato arrived at home, she went to her room, starting to have some thoughts. Whereas she was thinking, she was deeply in thoughts. Like the picture that you can see, she is lying on the bed thinking. She is in the process of thinking. Again, she is exactly man. She thought that if she tells her mother what her uncle is doing, it will cause problems and fight at home. So she doesn't know whether to tell or not. Yes. She also thought that after that day, her relationship with her uncle will never be the same as before. And it's true, my brothers. She was blaming herself. She spent months thinking that she can keep the secret of her uncle touching her in a way that she is right forever. So meaning she kept that secret for many months, but when time goes by, she couldn't anymore to keep the secret. As you can see, she couldn't hide from her uncle because she was babysitting his children. So she stopped babysitting her cousins. Their house were closed. So Lerato saw that she cannot hide herself, my learners, from her uncle forever. Again. So she did the right thing. She went to her mother and asked if they can talk. As you can see, my learners at the picture there, she is with her, she's crying, and then she is with her mother. So meaning she is ready to talk. By that time, she is ready to tell, or to can tell her mother about the whole situation. And her mother answered, "Yes, honey, can we talk? Yes, honey, we can talk." She then started crying. As you can see in the picture, she was crying. She explained everything to her, and her mother asked his brother, Lerato's uncle, for a meeting. She spoke with him and told him to apologize to Lerato. And she must never, ever, ever come to her house. Then Lerato's uncle apologized to Lerato. And Lerato forgave her. I get my last? Yes. So basically, she ended up opening to her mother, telling her mother what was happening maybe months back between her and uncle. So actually she couldn't talk. Back then she couldn't say anything to her mother because she was afraid. But then when time goes by, she even came to decision that she would tell her mother what was happening. Or maybe what is the reason behind her not babysitting her uncle's children or her cousins anymore. So my dear listeners, I want to ask you some questions regarding the story. Again. So I want to know from you guys, according to the way you understand it, according to your understanding. So what is the title of the story? Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. The title of the story is sexual abuse. That's correct. So actually, who is the person we are talking about in the story?
Talking about
You are both correct. Yeah, my understand. We are talking about Lerato and her uncle, but then we didn't say her uncle's name. Okay? So basically, we can say, or we can refer to as Lerato and her uncle. So we are talking about Lerato and her uncle. So that's correct, my learners. So, what is the relationship of those people that you are talking about? Their relationship, like how are they related? Yes.
the guy is Lorato's engaged, and Lorato is she's a nephew.
Correct, my learners, correct. So, when we come to the next question, my dear learners, so I wrote them down. I wrote them down, actually, the questions. Why Lerato wasn't expecting what her uncle did to her? Like, what made her not expect, or maybe, actually, I can speak that way.
She thought that their relationship was normal, so she didn't see anything wrong with it.
Correct. Because he is her uncle and they're related, she couldn't even notice or realize. Again,
Yes.
That's correct, my learner. That's correct. Which body part did Lerato's uncle touch? Which one he was not supposed to touch in the first place? Thighs, correct?
Her mom,
Her bums, my learners, her bums. Her waist. Okay?
yes.
Yeah. Those parts, he wasn't supposed, actually in the first place, he wasn't supposed to touch. Regardless of he is a hair or not, that's not the right thing to do. Okay, my learners? You yourself never ever allow someone to touch your body.
Yes.
Yeah, regardless of if they are related or not, never ever, without your permission, most especially without your permission, never ever allow that. Okay, my learners? So that you can be safe, man. If you were a rat, what will you do? Correct? Another one? Or maybe you can even maybe tell someone close to you or an elder beside your mother. If you do, you are afraid of saying something, or maybe you are afraid of telling your parents, you can at least tell someone who's elder than you, who's older than you, or maybe someone you can talk to. Okay? Yes. When your uncle, what have you learned from the story that you talk about? Mylan? Correct. Yeah. So actually, according to my own perspective, or maybe my own opinion, I would say what you have learned today, we learned that in every situation, regardless of if ever it may be that that person is your uncle, or maybe he is your auntie or someone close to you again, Never ever allow him or her to touch your body. Never ever allow someone to touch your body without your permission. And also, if there is a problem, maybe you are facing, or there is a challenge that you are facing, or maybe you are being sexually abused, make sure that you tell someone close to you. And if maybe you are afraid, or maybe that your parents or maybe your mother may not believe you, make sure that you tell someone who you feel free to can talk to them. Or maybe make sure that you tell someone, maybe your friend or maybe an elder person outside the family. Again?
Yes.
Yeah.
And even the police.
Correct. My man, correct. Hey, talk to your teacher, even us as teachers, man, talk to us so that you can see how best can we help you. Yes, never be afraid to maybe to approach me if there maybe you come across this type of challenge again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sekarang salammu, limo, 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 bobo.